Okay, what's up, YouTube? So, I was reading on an article a friend sent me, talking about a Chinese girl ran over, and, China, of course, talking about that there's 18 people or so that passed her by before, somebody decided to help. And now, if you go figure, since people are so naive or just don't want help because they don't give a fuck, there's a new law in China stating that it's by law that you have to help somebody if they're in obvious danger. Which, it kind of makes you wonder, first, how the kid run out, being to a street that's normally known to be busy, especially in China. There's going to be huge areas that are just packed with cars and running through. So you got to kind of wonder where the parents were at for this thing. Back in the day when I was younger, I did get hit by a van, but luckily I didn't live in shitty China where people would just look at me like I was a fucking dead squirrel on the ground. They actually would pick me up, and actually help me call 911, get me to the hospital, so I wasn't a 5-year-old dead kid that could have brain damage. So yeah, that sucks, out to the families, even though, that they probably could have, prevented it by keeping their eyes on their child, which a lot of people would probably get pissed about. For those of you that can't watch your own kids, but I just figured I'd do a short video about this. Saying that it's fucked up. You know, Kids shouldn't have to have brain damage because nobody's watching it. So kind of makes you think about a lot of different shit. Could have been your kid out there, or could have been probably not if you actually watched your kids. So not trying to come off negative, it's a sad thing that happened, but shit just shows what the world's been coming to. People don't give a fuck, and they're just gonna keep on going by unless it's their kid, and then they're crying in tears. Like, you get the parents that leave their kids at the park, and you see them all the time. Sometimes they're falling all over crying. You try to ask them where their mom is, and they're pointing 20 feet back at a picnic table. And then if that was the same person that gets their kids stole, then the next goes, oh, my kid's missing, and I always watch them. Like, bullshit. It just doesn't happen once. It's most likely if your kid got missing or gets kidnapped, it's pretty much your fault as a parent because you should have been watching and trying to do what you were. Why did you have the kid? Exactly. But I just figured I'd do a quick little video on this. Chronics X 2008. What up, dude? And yeah, that's pretty much it. Peace and watch your kids.